Have you ever heard of an object that fell from space but broke the laws of physics? If not, then we have brought just the video for you. Stick with us till the end to know more about it. People saw it and recorded it on their cell phones. Some people were scared, while some thought that it was a miracle. But what really was it? After examining it, scientists gave an unbelievable explanation. They said it's a piece of interstellar dust. But how does interstellar dust fall from space? We'll tell you all about it. It weighed nearly 66 pounds and was traveling at a speed of 175 miles per hour. The solar system was in its early stages of formation. Around 4.6 billion years ago, there was only a giant cloud of gas and dust. It was quite difficult to see with the naked eye because it was very thin. Besides, scientists didn't have advanced technology to peer into space. It was 1992 when the Hubble Space Telescope was launched. According to NASA, centaurs hit our planet once every 500 years. But the good news is that their population has been declining since the last 10,000 years. Astronomers think that the object that fell on Earth was a centaur. That's 8 billion kilometers. But how come it survived the journey? A loud noise was heard and bright light was seen. It happened because the centaur cracked open and released trapped gases. Some pieces of the object scattered around the island, but most of it fell into the ocean. They require high temperature and pressure. Then, how did they appear on Earth? Others say the rock might have absorbed phosphorus from the ocean water. The last time it happened was in 1888. Back then, a meteor hit Alabama. It completed one rotation in 1 minute and 22 seconds. No one knows why it was spinning. Near-Earth objects are comets or asteroids that have orbits that extend as close as 1.3 million miles to the Sun. At least, that's what NASA believes. However, scientists will continue to monitor these bodies. It's because they can help us learn about the formation of our solar system. They were probably kicked out of their original orbit by Neptune. It happened when the planet migrated to its current position. Some say the impact with other icy bodies could have caused it. Another theory is that it was rotating to keep itself stable. But this is just speculation. Its speed was estimated to be 27 miles per second. And if it had hit a populated area, it could have caused massive damage. According to astronomer Javier Lecandro, the rock probably formed under extreme conditions. It happened when 2 or 3 icy bodies collided with each other. Researchers suggested that the centaur must have been heated up when it entered the atmosphere. Temperatures can reach up to 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 2,000 degrees Celsius. That's why the minerals crystallized. The centaur hadn't disintegrated over the ocean. It could have destroyed a city. Even though this event raised many questions, it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience for the people of Tenerife. It was a reminder that there's still so much to discover about our world. Unfortunately, we don't have any images of the explosion because it happened in the middle of the day. Normally, objects entering the atmosphere burn up due to friction. Their initial X-ray fluorescence scans revealed that the rocks contain silicon, calcium, aluminum, and iron. All these elements can be found in silicate minerals. But the presence of phosphorus was a surprise for them. It's normally associated with organic matter, so the scientists grew some crystals from the rocks. To their astonishment, they found some of the clearest single crystals of olivine and pyroxene ever seen. These minerals are common in meteorites. They're created when a body collides with another in space. But this one was made of rock and ice, so it was able to withstand the heat. It was probably hiding in the Kuiper Belt for millions of years. One day, it left its orbit and entered the inner solar system. It was moving so fast that it crossed Venus, Mars, and even the Moon in a short period. Then it started falling toward Earth. It took the first beautiful pictures of the Kuiper Belt. Due to gravity, it started collapsing. As it collapsed, it started rotating. In 1997, 2 astronomers named David Jewett and Jane Luo discovered several ice objects in the Kuiper Belt. All of them were huge balls of ice and rock. They were also opaque, hence they could reflect sunlight. That's why they were visible. But other icy objects were too small to be seen. They were only half a mile wide. We call them centaurs. This rotation caused the cloud to flatten into a disk. Our sun formed at the center, and the planets started forming from the remaining dust. But some of the dust never formed any planet. It kept floating around the solar system and eventually spread outside. Can you imagine? At first, it moved toward the east at 90 degrees and then turned toward the south at 180 degrees. Finally, it landed in the ocean. But how did this happen? So don't forget to stay with us until the end. Long before the beginning of human civilization, the universe came into existence. However, a small portion remained between Mars and Jupiter. Between the orbits of Saturn and Neptune, another cloud of dust formed. Today, this region is known as the Kuiper Belt. The birth of our planet was not an easy one. It went through many changes and many things got accumulated during the process of formation. But our Earth is still capable of surprising us. Just listen to this. People were going about their daily routine and everything seemed normal. Suddenly, a strange object began falling from the sky. They couldn't understand why the object was spinning like that. Moreover, they couldn't believe that it was made up of interstellar dust. You might be wondering what interstellar dust is. It is an assortment of tiny solid matter particles drifting in space. They consist of elements such as helium, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, and neon. These elements are the building blocks of stars and planets. People started recording it on their mobile phones. As soon as they uploaded those videos onto YouTube, they went viral. Those who witnessed the incident had mixed feelings. Some thought it was a UFO, while others considered it a bad omen. Scientists from the Canary Islands Institute of Astrophysics saw the video and became curious. They wanted to investigate the matter. In 2014, an object fell from the sky in broad daylight. Welcome to my channel. Do subscribe to get notified when we upload such amazing videos. Now let's begin. It was an ordinary day in the small town of Puerto de la Cruz in Tenerife, Spain. At first, the astronomers were confused. After analyzing the videos, the scientists estimated that the object was made of silicate minerals and was around 3 feet wide. To answer that question, we need to go back to the beginning. When our solar system was about 20 million years old, the sun's radiation pressure pushed most of the dust further away. You must be wondering, how come no one noticed that dust cloud? But what did these have to do with the object that fell on Earth? These centaurs pose a serious threat to our planet. They keep crashing into Earth and cause major damage. Now let's come back to the video we discussed earlier. Scientists estimate that it traveled through space for 4.8 billion miles. However, when it reached the Earth's surface, it exploded. When scientists arrived at the site, they found some strange rocks. They collected them and analyzed them in the laboratory. Some scientists argued that these minerals don't form at low temperatures. But where did all the phosphorus come from? Some researchers say the centaur may have contained organic material, perhaps a microorganism. In any case, it was a rare event. Centaurs rarely fall to Earth. Another thing that surprised the scientists was the fact that the centaur was spinning. In fact, we still don't know much about centaurs. They make up 20% of near-Earth objects. In total, there are about 1,000 near-Earth objects, but don't worry, none of them pose a threat to our planet. For now, we can consider ourselves lucky. And that's all for today. Tell us in the comments what you think about the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.